Hey guys, welcome back. Alright, so we've got a new content schedule and how content operates in NHL 23's Hockey Ultimate Team. If you weren't aware about the changes that they announced last week, what they are going to is a new model for when they release content. So no longer will it be Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. receiving all sorts of new content, whether it be, tons of prime times, milestones, all that kind of stuff. What they've now switched to is a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday format. So there will no longer be content on Monday and Thursday. Now, there is a few reasons for this change. Now, number one, they want to be able to focus on actually releasing cards that are usable to the player base. I don't know how many times that you guys have seen, but the 82 overall Andrew Cogliano that comes out in March just really doesn't move the needle. And that's really what they do. Essentially, they just go to the last inform and they upgrade it by one. And what you end up with is 12 primetime cards and really only 2 of them you even slightly care about. This also allows them to go mix up attributes to actually make custom builds or something that is similar, so that the cards are a lot more interesting. Now, yesterday we received our first bit of content, so we're going to dive into what that looks like and see how it turned out. Okay, so they did release 7 trade deadline cards, ranging from Josh Pilar, Julian Gauthier at 87 overall, all the way to the 91 Ryan O'Reilly, who was obviously the headliner from this past weekend, going to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and my goodness, did he look good against Buffalo last night. So let's go and take a look at some of these cards and see if some of the outside-the-norm progression is actually worth it. All right, now first we're going to start with Tyler Motte, but to get a better sense of what we're looking at here, let's take a look at the 80 overall Tyler Motte. So he's got 85 speed and acceleration. I want you to pay attention to his body checking though. So it is at 83 overall, which is important. So now let's go take a look at the trade deadline one that they actually went in and put custom progression towards. As you can see, he goes up to 90 overall speed and acceleration, which kind of checks out when you consider that it goes up by 0.5 in terms of skating, but his body checking goes to 99, and they gave him truculence. So this card is actually somewhat interesting. Again, if you are free to play, you aren't someone that's going and making a God Squad, these are the kind of cards that you actually want to look out for, because it appears that they're actually taking some time to put in some actual effort with the attribute system, as opposed to just going +1 everything. This card right now is going for 55,000 coins, and while he's only 5'10", 192, he does have some decent value because he's got 90 overall speed and acceleration and 99 body checking with truculence. So again, while I don't think this card is some world beater, it at least has a little bit more value than what a normal 89 overall Tyler Motte would look like if they just went +1 everything, and his body checking would have ended up being like 90 overall. So far, not terrible. So same kind of situation with Noel Acciari. He gets a massive bump to his body checking, as that goes all the way up from 95. His 81 overall primetime only has 83 overall body checking, so again, you're starting to see some of the more custom progressions. It's nothing crazy, but it is something to pay attention to. He also has truculence, so much like Tyler Motte, this could be a fun grinder type card, especially if you're doing a theme team. Next up, we've got Mikhail Abramov, and he doesn't have any custom progression, but this is actually a pretty decent card. He's going for about 50,000 coins with silver elite edges. He's got 91 speed and acceleration, 98 agility, 96 on the shot power. I wouldn't use him at center, but again, if you were just starting out and you were looking for a card that's actually usable for you, this isn't the worst option. All right, but now let's take a look at the big fish of this release, and that's the 91 trade deadline Ryan O'Reilly, 6'1", 207. Now, the first thing that you'll notice is that he's actually got decent skating, because Ryan O'Reilly cards are famously terrible when it comes to skating. Now, if you go back and take a look at his 86 overall team of the week, that's 5 back of what we've got here. Now, his acceleration and his speed was actually 6 less on that card, meaning that they actually put a full 6 more points into his speed and acceleration to make him usable. In the old format, where they just went up by, however many it was, his skating would still only be like 87. They gave him workhorse and buzzing to make him a little bit more attractive in the skating department, give him gold quick draw, which is phenomenal considering he's got 99 face-offs, and he's got no contest and unstoppable force. This is essentially a light version of Austin Matthews' Team of the Year card, and since Team of the Year cards just seemingly never get upgrades outside of Roman Josi or Makar, that's not a terrible option here. He's going for about 150,000 coins. I think that's a little expensive, but because he's got 99 on the draw and gold quick draw, I've said this before, that alone can make a card valuable for quite some time, because that's just an animation thing. That's something that you can have on your bottom pairing, whether you need a D-zone draw, something like that. It's a very, very good combo of abilities as well if you want to put him higher in your lineup. So, in my opinion, I think this is a really fun-looking card that they took time to actually make interesting. And here are the rest of the prime times, as well as 3 that are outside of normal progression for Jordan Dumais, ELIAS, Sorokin, Sorokin and ELIAS PETTERSSON. Let's go and take a look at the more higher rated ones. First up, for 40,000 coins, we've got the 88 Samuel Girard, 5'10", 170. This is more of a launch card that's always more sought after because he's got very good skating, 92 speed, 92 acceleration. Does have protector, which helps out with his low body checking, but it's so low that it's really not going to move the needle at all. Bombarded and Sended are pretty useless, but still, if you needed just a quick left-handed defenseman, he's not terrible. I think that there's probably better options for you, like even like some of the mid-80 overall Dougie Hamilton cards I'd rather have. Another card going for the bare minimum in terms of 89. He's going for about 40,000 coins. We've got the 89 SETH Jarvis. Did have the hat trick against Montreal. I was actually at that game in Carolina. And again, Carolina's atmosphere, fantastic. You'll see my vlog in the next week or so covering my time in Raleigh, which was super fun. He's got ankle breaker. Again, not really an ability that you want to activate. He's got 90 speed, 91 acceleration, 94 agility. Mid-90s shot and hand stats, though, which is half decent. I think that there's probably better options, though, for you, especially if you're in Division 2 and above. You're probably going to struggle holding onto the puck at all with SETH Jarvis. We did get the 91 Martin Necas, his teammate with Thief and Magician. He's got puck on a string and snipe. Again, probably abilities you're not looking to activate. But if you are looking for a right-handed centerman, you can also play him on the wing. He's big, 93 speed and acceleration, gets up to 98 agility, mid-90s shot and hand stats, 91 faceoffs with Thief activated. This is a pretty decently built card as well. And only going for about 85,000 coins. That's not a terrible deal for this 91 Necas. Then we've got the big primetime release, the 94 Roman Josi with Spark as well as Booming Shot, Gold Tape-to-Tape, and Heat Seeker. Again, kind of useless abilities on this card. 91 speed, 94 acceleration. That's always going to be the downfall of Roman Josi cards because he just kind of feels mediocre in that sense. But this card does give him a combination that gets up to 99 body checking. Always has very good defensive stats at 99 defensive awareness to stick checking. Still a very good card, but right now he's going for like 250,000 coins. I'd probably wait for a different card to get up there, but there isn't a mass amount of left-handed defensemen at the high end. Taking a look at his team of the year, as you can see with Spark as well as Fly the Zone activated, 94 acceleration, 93 speed. He is getting up there finally. I think his team of the year has kind of been the one that has felt flat in terms of the other options that you had at team of the year, other than Shesterkin probably. But he is becoming one of the better skaters. So I did also want to bring up this Anthony GRECO, the 90 overall prime time. He's going for like 50,000 coins with Thief and Magician as well as close quarters. He's a pure winger and not very good on size either, but 93 speed, 93 acceleration, 99 agility, 99 shot power, 90 body checking. Like, you could do worse if you were just trying to round out your team with some right-handed wingers. And then we've got our game day tilt cards. Again, you can make these cards. Now, again, you can make these cards for 40 collectibles, which is about 200,000 coins. No shot on that, and it operates the exact same as other game day tilt cards. They go up +1 overall for a goal, 0.75 for an assist, and 0.5 per shot on goal, hit, and block. Tyler Toffoli only has well-rounded and protector, and while they're not awful synergies, no skating synergy obviously kind of hurts. 88 speed and acceleration, so he will have to get some points to get into that 90 range. Make it snappy is nothing that you're going to go crazy over, and his body checking is kind of mediocre, so this would be a definite pass for me. And then Nick SCHMALTZ is his opponent in that game day tilt matchup for February 23rd. He's got Bombarded and Thief. Bombarded is one of the worst synergies in the game, in my opinion. Puck on a string, same situation, not all that advantageous to activate. He's got 89 speed and acceleration, so obviously a little bit more help than Toffoli. 92 defensive awareness, 88 on the draw. Still, the price to get him is just nowhere close to what I would recommend. Our last few prime times, we've got the 90 Jordan Dumais, who is absolutely lighting up the queue. He's got Protector and Thief, as well as Gold Unstoppable Force, which does make this card interesting because 94 speed, 94 acceleration with 99 agility. He is only 5'9", 174, but we have seen Unstoppable Force make up for that. So if he falls in price and he isn't going for like 100K, which he shouldn't, this could be a sneaky nice card, especially if you use like Marie-Philippe Poulin, for example. 99 shot power, 95 on the accuracy, 99 deking. Like, this card is definitely usable, especially as a winger, obviously. We also got a 90 overall ELIAS Sorokin with Protector and Bombarded, with Contortionist and Dialed In. There's far better abilities. I think Light Work is probably the best one. 6'3" with 40 aggression, 92 speed. Like, that's fine, but I'd probably, if I packed this, I'd probably sell him immediately or just trade him in for whatever event collectible I'm working towards. And then for 100K, Wednesday, we've got the 91 Elias Pettersson with Distributor and Protector, Gold 1T, Elite Edges, and Tape to Tape. Elias Pettersson cards, in my opinion, to use, at least in the higher divisions, need Unstoppable Force because he just gets thrown off the puck regardless of the fact that he's 6'2". He's got 91 speed, 92 acceleration with Distributor activated. His shot is in the mid to high 90s. His hand stats are almost all maxed out except for hand eye. Again, this is one of those custom progression cards. With 94 defensive awareness, 90 face-offs, it's definitely usable for, 85 to 100,000 coins. However, you're probably only going to want to activate Elite Edges, and from my experience, he just gets absolutely crushed off the puck, so something to keep in mind. So guys, we'll see how the new content format shakes out. Wednesday and Friday would be the other day. Again, there's no content at 5 p.m. on Monday and Thursdays. If you guys want to check out all the content, don't want to go through all the videos and things like that, check out HUD Hub in the link down below, my Hockey Ultimate Team database, and you'll see all of the cards there. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.